Look, I never thought I'd be involved in something so absurd. But life, as they say, is stranger than fiction. And sometimes, it involves industrial-grade toilet paper and a man named Dale. I worked as a low-level IT grunt at a mid-sized insurance firm called Assurance First. Pretty generic name, right? Matched the company perfectly. Stale coffee, beige cubicles, and policies older than my grandparents. The only thing that ever broke the monotony was Dale, the head of facilities management. Dale was a character. Short, perpetually sweaty, and possessed of a Napoleon complex the size of Texas. He was obsessed with cost-cutting, convinced he was single-handedly saving Assurance First from financial ruin. His favorite tactic was to nickel and dime everyone into oblivion. He'd cut the coffee budget, replace decent pens with those awful big sticks that explode in your pocket, and even tried to ration the staplers. But his real obsession, his Everest, was toilet paper. Assurance First used this awful, scratchy, single-ply stuff that felt like wiping with sandpaper. It was the cheapest toilet paper imaginable, and Dale was immensely proud of it. He'd even brag about how much money he saved by switching to it, as if he'd personally discovered a new source of energy. Complaints were constant. People brought in their own rolls of decent TP, stashing them in their desk drawers like contraband. But Dale was relentless. He'd patrol the restrooms, confiscating any unauthorized toilet paper and replacing it with his precious sandpaper. He even put up signs. Company-approved toilet paper only. Unauthorized TP will be confiscated. Things escalated when Brenda from accounting brought in a plush, quilted, 3-ply roll she'd nicknamed Cloud 9. Dale, in his morning patrol, saw it sitting on the back of the toilet, seized it, and publicly lectured Brenda about her wasteful extravagance in front of the entire department. Brenda, a sweet lady who wouldn't hurt a fly, burst into tears. That was the turning point. A small group of us, myself, Kevin from marketing, Sarah from HR, and even old Mr. Henderson from legal, started meeting in the break room after hours. We discussed our grievances, the injustices, the sheer indignity of it all. It was like a support group for victims of toilet paper tyranny. That's when Kevin, fueled by lukewarm coffee and simmering resentment, had the idea. What if, he said, his eyes gleaming, we gave Dale exactly what he wanted? We showed him the logical extreme of his cost-cutting madness. His plan was brilliant in its simplicity and audacity. We would order industrial-grade toilet paper. The absolute cheapest, roughest, most unusable toilet paper we could find. We'd replace every single roll in the building with it. The next day, Kevin spent hours researching. He found a supplier that specialized in paper products for prisons and public restrooms. He even managed to get a sample of their maximum security toilet paper. It was horrifying. Thin, gray, and barely perforated. It felt like wiping with recycled newspaper. We pooled our money, keeping the transaction off the books. Mr. Henderson, surprisingly, volunteered to handle the logistics. He had an old connection from his days in private practice who owned a small delivery company. The delivery arrived late on a Friday night. 3 pallets of maximum security toilet paper, stacked high and wrapped in plastic. It looked like something out of a dystopian novel. We spent the entire weekend switching out the rolls. Every stall, every dispenser, every single roll of Dale's precious single ply was replaced with our offering. It was an act of pure, unadulterated malicious compliance. Monday morning was interesting. The first reports started trickling in around 9 a.m. Whispered complaints, furrowed brows, and a general air of discomfort. By 10 a.m., the break room was buzzing with nervous energy. People were comparing notes, sharing theories, and subtly scratching their behinds. Dale, oblivious to the brewing storm, was beaming. He patrolled the hallways, a smug look on his face, convinced that his cost-cutting measures were finally being appreciated. He even stopped me in the hallway. "See, Robert," he said, clapping me on the shoulder. "I told you, people just needed to get used to it." Efficiency. That's the key. The real chaos began around lunchtime. Someone, I suspect it was Brenda, started a petition for decent toilet paper at Assurance First. It spread like wildfire. Within an hour, it had over 80 signatures. Then, the emails started. Dozens of them, all addressed to Dale, all CC'd to the CEO, the CFO, and the entire board of directors. They were vivid, detailed descriptions of the toilet paper's abrasive qualities, graphic accounts of its ineffectiveness, and thinly veiled threats of mass exodus. The petition and the emails converged in the CEO's office. A meeting was called. Dale was summoned. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. I wasn't in the meeting, of course, but I heard the story later from Sarah, who had a friend in the CEO's administrative assistant's office. Apparently, the CEO, a notoriously out-of-touch man named Mr. Fitzwilliam, was initially confused. He didn't understand why everyone was so upset about toilet paper. "It's just paper, isn't it?" he reportedly said. But then, someone, allegedly Brenda again, produced a sample of the maximum security toilet paper and forced Mr. Fitzwilliam to feel it. The look on his face was priceless. Dale, meanwhile, was trying to defend his actions, arguing that he was saving the company money and that everyone was overreacting. He even claimed that the new toilet paper was environmentally friendly because it used less material. It all came crashing down when Mr. Henderson, bless his heart, produced the invoices. He deliberately highlighted the line item that showed the cost per roll of the maximum security toilet paper. It was more expensive than the original single ply. Apparently, Dale, in his quest for the cheapest possible option, had inadvertently purchased a product that was not only unusable but also more expensive. He had achieved the impossible. He had found a way to waste company money while simultaneously making everyone's lives miserable. The meeting ended abruptly. Dale was suspended. An investigation was launched, and, within 24 hours, the maximum security toilet paper was gone, replaced by a mid-grade, two-ply that was practically luxurious by comparison. Dale was eventually fired. He tried to sue for wrongful termination, but the lawsuit was quickly dismissed. I heard rumors that he ended up working at a plumbing supply store. I can only imagine the chaos he caused there. Assurance First never mentioned the incident again. It was as if it had never happened. But we, the members of the unofficial Toilet Paper Liberation Front, knew the truth. We had struck a blow against corporate tyranny, one roll of maximum security toilet paper at a time. And to this day, whenever I see a particularly luxurious roll of toilet paper, I think of Dale and smile. He may have been a tyrant, but he inadvertently taught us a valuable lesson. Sometimes, the most effective form of protest is the most absurd. And sometimes, the greatest victories are fought in the bathroom.